There's a couple things that has come to mind with this. Yes, we are in the 1 percentile.
Right.
Through things that we have done, we've experienced mindset. We all say this all the time. Mindset truly is everything. One of the things that I say often, I actually have a book club because I'm so passionate about helping people to elevate themselves. I tell them you're a product of 3 E's: experience, exposure, and environment. Oftentimes people have a fixed mindset because of the experience, exposure, and environment that they were raised in.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have stayed in.
Yep.
But
you got challenges that you're going to run across.
Because when you have you can have a conversation with somebody and they're like, I don't do all that stuff. I ain't nobody doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
The three of us, we're probably in less than the 1%. Most people don't do personal development. So, and so again, the person that I'm with was already doing that. She's the only person I've ever met outside of network marketing that was into personal development. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But most people are not. Like, we are like not even 1% of the people. So most people you meet are not going to be into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can only listen to music for so long. I got to feed myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I got to listen to Louis Hay and Bob Proctor and Reverend Ike and all these different people. You know what I'm saying? Jim Rome. I got to feed my brain. So we typically won't run across people like that. I just, you know.
Well, that's the challenge. That's the challenge in our industry, at least, that, you know, I see it all the time, where the husband is excited about something and the wife hates it. Or the wife is excited about something and the husband hates it. And when they go home together at night and they lay in their bed and they talking, yeah, you've been doing that for like 6 months. I don't see no money coming in. Why you keep doing it? That's the main thing that break people up. And if you don't have that kind of person to be your support, it's over with.
I don't think they have to be your support. Because
if they're not your support, they're attacking you subliminally. You don't even realize that. If they're not supporting what you're doing, that means they are attacking you. They might not say it,
but that shouldn't stop you though. Because when you want to do something, when you want to succeed bad enough, it don't matter who believe, who don't believe.
That's the point. Then that's why most people leave that situation, because they ain't coming home to that every night.
But is that the reason to leave a marriage? Because they're not. See, that's a whole different story there. So I don't know.
A marriage or dating, to me, a marriage or dating somebody, that person is not gung-ho for you to do that. Man, I can't be coming home to that every night. What'd you say, Kai?
Yeah.
So there's a couple things that has come to mind with this. Yes, we are in the 1 percentile. You know, through things that we have done, we've experienced mindset. We all say this all the time. Mindset truly is everything. One of the things that I say often, I actually have a book club because I'm so passionate about helping people to elevate themselves. I tell them you're a product of 3 E's: experience, exposure, and environment. Oftentimes people have a fixed mindset because of the experience, exposure, and environment that they were raised in.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have stayed in. But if they start to position themselves around people that have a growth mindset, they're going to start to make a shift, because that person with a growth mindset will start to rub off on them, right? In some capacity, it's going to rub off on them. Now, going to the relationship or being in a relationship with someone that may have a fixed mindset. Oftentimes, or sometimes, we can meet someone where they are, but they can show us that they're willing and ready to elevate. I always say, in any relationship that I am in, I don't want to take anything away from you. If I'm not adding value, if I'm not making you a better person, if I'm not enhancing your life, because I don't want to go into a relationship and say, oh, I want to make you love me. No. Or I'm going to make you do this for you. No. Because my hope is that you're already there. I want to be able to enhance it. I don't want anyone to do anything that they don't want to do. Now, it's important for me to be in a relationship with someone that we can have these different conversations, or we work on mindset, or we're reading, even if they're doing their own thing, right? But they were doing it before they met me. And like you said about what you're seeing, you're already going to see that. So the law of attraction is the law of attracting. You're going to attract who you are. And I say that all the time too. You don't attract who you want, you attract who you are. So in dating, in business, in all of those things, you attract who you are, not who you want. If you continue to work on yourself and developing yourself, subconsciously, you're going to start to attract those same like-minded and like-minded people.
So Clarence, back to you. You don't need no rah-rah when you come home. You don't need, when you beat up that day, you don't need that spouse or that significant other saying, man, I'm in this game with you, man. I believe in you. I know you can do it. What can I do to support you? You don't need that.
The reason why I say I don't need that is because that got to do with my career being in all commission sales. Because I have to motivate myself. So whether you motivate me or not, I'm motivated because I got to go fishing every day. That's why residual income is so important. So you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? That passive income.
Right.
So when you come from somewhere where there's no leads, no salary, no benefits, I don't need nobody to motivate me. I'm blessed that she was that way when I met her. My ex was that way before I met her. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm not going to be, she don't support me and you're making, no. I believe in me. And since I believe in me, I'm going to make it happen regardless. That's just my attitude. But it makes it easier when you have somebody that's going to be there supporting you and that's going to, want to grow versus, but everybody I've dated, even though they have high careers, but they also entrepreneurs too. I've never just dated somebody that's just a 9-to-5 person, don't know nothing about entrepreneurship, not interested. Even the people in corporate America I've dated, they've all been in entrepreneurs some type of way.
Right. So the person you're dating now, you already told me about her and what she does and all that. You don't support her? You don't believe in what she's doing?
Yeah.
Do you rah-rah her?
Yeah. I'm just saying, I personally don't need that. So I can do that, but I personally don't need that. But she does it, but I'm just saying, I don't need that.
Have it is good. It's you appreciate it when you have it.
Absolutely. Okay.
Well, here's the thing, I appreciate it. He's saying that he's never dated anybody who was against him. So you ain't never been in that relationship. Yeah,
I've never dated anybody that's been
so
against
you can't
me.
You can't really say that if this person don't rah-rah you and they don't do that because you've never been a part of that.
But there's a difference, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference.
Like, why you out this late? Why you out this late? And what you doing?
I'm speaking from experience, right? Yeah. So it makes a difference.
Okay.
It really makes a difference. I know for me, I can't date someone who don't understand the life of an entrepreneur. I have done that and it didn't work out for me because and nothing's wrong with dating someone who works a regular 9-to-5, but they're not going to see things
the way you see it, right?
The way you see things, right? So what I mean by that is when they go to work they call you on their way to work or whatever, they go to work in the morning and they get off at 5 o'clock and they're home by 5, 6 o'clock. That's it. Most of us, especially entrepreneurs, depending on what type of work you do, and if you're serving a lot of people and helping a lot of people, the bulk of our work may take place once they get off work and they're home. So now you're getting the calls. I'm getting the messages like, hey, how long you think you're going to be out? Or, I may be up speaking or, at a networking event or doing something like that because that's what I do. And they may be like constant, and it's going to get to a point because they don't understand it. They can't relate, right? So it's important for me to be able to date or have someone in my life that understands, but not just that understands. Communication is key. Right. You can't date someone and not communicate with them with, you all are serious with what you have going on and be interested in what they have going on. Because supporting each other, you have to have that support. You have to know. Now, that don't mean if I don't get, like you were just saying, Clarence, if I don't get the support that I'm going to stop. No, because I have a growth mindset. But if I have your support and you understand, even though you may not know exactly what I do, but you understand and respect my grind, my hustle, and know what I'm out there working towards. And you're like, babe, I know, you got a long day. What time are you getting in? I just want to make sure I have something to eat for you. Those roles may be reversed in the way that a traditional relationship used to be.
Right.
Yeah.
So the support is good.
One of the things I've seen in my 30 years in this industry is that's one of the challenges with most people. Some guys have it in them and they just can't get it off the ground right then. They might be struggling hard, but that person at home really think what they're doing is so stupid and it just don't make any sense, and that they don't give them that window. After a while, they all upset about, well, you ain't. And some guys, I've seen some guys who hit hard times, and in their whole mind is that I can't go back to a job. I got to keep grinding. And the person is saying they don't understand why he thinks that way. They don't understand why that person thinks that way, because they are they have a different mindset, a different thought process. And it seems crazy because you're like, man, we need this. And he's like, I'm going to get it. I just got to keep grinding. And that person just, I ain't.
You got to be like-minded, man. Some people call that unequally yoked. Unequally yoked can be a whole lot of things.
Right.
And you can be unequally yoked in the mindset.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with someone earlier today, and it was along these lines. And I was speaking to her, and she's been in real estate for a while. She's been in sales. She's always done sales. She's been in car sales, and she recently came. The company where she was working, the business closed. Right. So, her mindset is, because she's had this level of freedom from sales and being able to kind of dictate her income, to now she went to try to work a regular job.
Yeah.
She wasn't on that job for, I don't even think she made it through the day or maybe a couple of days. And she was like, I just can't do this.
I can't deal with that.
I
can't deal with the thought process there, the people there talking, what they, it's just crazy.
But she
had
a fixed mindset, meaning, I'm like, you've been in sales, you've always provided a solution to a need that somebody had. Skill sets are transferable. The same skill sets that you have in doing that, and when you sold cars and you did real estate and all of that, now she's made a decision to do something, drive Uber, right? Or drive Lyft or something like that.
Yeah.
Because she's still meeting people. But her thing is, I don't like people. I said, you can't say that you don't like people, because everything you have done has entailed you working with people.
Deal with people. Yeah.
So I had to have that conversation to say, if you take that same skill set, as you're sitting there, you're driving and talking to people, when they get in your vehicle, you're going to make them feel comfortable. You're going to engage in some level of conversation. If they're open to conversing, it's easy for you to share with them other things that you do. Well, hey, if you know someone in this area and they're ever looking for a house, you connect, you build relationships. Your next level in life is connected to somebody. You're not
always a person.
You're not going to get there by saying, I don't like talking to people. You have to talk to people every day. You just choose what you're going to talk to people about. So if you take that same hustle that you did with, selling cars and X, Y, and Z, and apply it to what it is you're trying to do now, skill sets are transferable. You will blow your own mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't do it without people. A person's going to be a blessing, and a person also going to be the cause of a problem. You're always going to need some people.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's got to have to deal with people. All right. Appreciate that. Val, let's run another video right quick.
The best advice was Robert. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Robert Greene. He wrote the 48 Laws of Power. He wrote 33 Strategies of War and the Art of Seduction. He said everyone is not actually going to be prepared to take the time to actually utilize the information that's given to them. Like, if you pay attention and you actually keep whatever information is coming in front of you, that you choose what's valuable. But the things that you do hear that are valuable, if you make it your business to keep it, even if you have to write it down, so you have to say it to yourself or whatever, and you just keep, the person says something and you go, what did you just say? Hold on a second, put it in my phone. And hold on to it until it becomes a part of you in the way you actually would express yourself at different points. And then you develop a more advanced presentation, and I got that from Robert.
I've been doing that all my life. If I read something, I'm going to write it down and I'm going to come back and talk about it later. If I see something in a magazine, I'll pull the sheet out and I will save it for another conversation. Anything that I heard from people, like he said, wait a minute, what you just say? And then you could put that down because you can use it at some other time, because it's so much information coming at us now. You can just save the video, you can save a clip or something that, like just then, I saved those clips so we can talk about it, because that's powerful, because you can't do everything at one time. But when you hear something great or you read something great, you got to save that somewhere where you can talk about it again and where you can use that information in whatever you're doing. All right,
I just wrote down what she said, what Kai said, the 3 E's.
Oh, yeah.
So when she was saying that, I was writing it down. I said, man, that makes sense. I can use that.
Yeah.
I can use it, and I can bless somebody else when they can think about it, open up their mind.
Right. Maxwell talked about that too. John C. Maxwell, he talked about he got a folder of stuff like that where he just pulls stuff out and save it. What about you, Kai?
I'm the same way. One of the things that I am notorious for is going to my notes on my phone. And if I can't get to my notes to type it fast enough, I may ask them, could you repeat that again? And I'll hit the recording on my phone and record it, because I want to make sure I hear it exactly how they said it. Mm-hmm. And no one posts anything original now. Like everybody has heard whatever they
heard it somewhere,
or seen it somewhere. That's one of the things that the book club I have with a couple of friends of mine. In the past, we've had 300 plus people part of our book club, right? Sometimes people join things because of FOMO, fear of missing out. Other times people join it just because they need to be in a community that's going to help shift their 3 E's. And then sometimes people are there because they want the value added to them, but they also have value to add. Everybody always has some kind of value that they can add, right? That's why I tell them.
Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the all button and all that kind of stuff, because we're going to have a lot of good interviews on this podcast.